And we're live. Yay. Howdy, everybody. Um, Still have not gotten the controls fixed to zoom in a little more, but so you've got a wider field, but that's okay. It'll still work. So I just, one of those little technical issues of, I'll have to use this control, but then if the other thing doesn't recognize it, blah blah blah, all that. But yeah, it's been kind of a week for technical stuff like that. But I hope
it's everything retrograde week.
That's what, man.
Everything retrograde week.
Yeah. Oh well, and what's really funny is there are people who are freaking out because the official coronation for King Charles is scheduled during a Mercury retrograde. Yeah, and
it ought to be fun.
I only have this to say: as long as Galvatron doesn't show up, he's ahead of the game.
Yeah.
And if you get that,
you're old. If you don't get that, Google it. What happens if Galvatron shows up to the coronation?
Oh, Daniel, hey, howdy, and that one person. Welcome everybody. Welcome. It's our service before Halloween / Samhain, and next week, of course, will be the Osiris Mysteries. But this evening we are honoring Sakhmet and Bastet, who share a feast. And there's probably a connection with the Osiris festivities because the month of Khoiakh, actually Sekhmet is the patroness of it, and so she has some connection to it, but it's a little more obscure because we don't have enough surviving references, or at least not that anybody's connected the dots with and said this is what she has to do with it, other than perhaps controlling certain stars and controlling the agents of fate, if you will, the arrow demons, so it may have something to do with that. But either way, she's kind of she and Bastet are helping us to gear up for the Osiris Mysteries next week. So, and I know some folks on the Discord were talking about doing something live for some kind of a thing on the Discord for the Khoiakh, and I'll have to chat with y'all a little bit more about that later on.
As far as for what we're doing for the Osiris Mysteries, all I can say is tune in. It's a mystery.
I know it's going to be a busy week for us next week, but business travel and things like that. But we'll be back on Friday, and we'll be tuning in. We'll be doing our broadcast. We'll probably just be a little tired as we get started. So in the meantime, just checking to see. Hi, Celery. At Dragon's Library, you finally have a chance to catch another service. Awesome. And sarcastic. We were talking about doing something, or I know somebody had mentioned it. I think Mary Draw had, but Osiris Chia mummies. How do you, I know you have like the little kits to make Chia pets, but how would you make your own? That's something we have to talk about. But did they ever make a Chia Don King?
Yes.
Oh wow. If you get that, then you're really old. But anyway, I hope everyone is doing well, and that for those here in the United States, which I think is most of us right now, that you haven't suffered any ill effects from the weather that's been moving through. So, I think it's for us. It's really nice to actually get some rain. I hope more folks that need rain are getting it. So. That was kind of interesting. There we go. These cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me. Sakhmet purifies me. Hail unto you, Nachu. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands, purity is in our hearts, and we cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure, we are pure, we are pure, we are pure. I tried not to pour too much because I knew it would be cold.
It's very cold. I'm a sensitive soul.
Trying to accommodate. But you know what? If I warmed it up, then it would no longer be the cool waters.
That's true.
Yes. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world, to everyone who is tuning in, now and in the future. This eye of Horus comes, and we are purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
We welcome you, O Bastet, Mistress of Ankatawi, a Sekhmet. We welcome you to your night of feast. You arise in the Akhet as Capri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from noon at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, and hail and praise unto you, O Bastet, O Sekhmet, ye lords and ladies of love and life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out his fet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. Take these, your cool waters, which are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. But you know what you do. These waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, Unuchidu, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. We give you incense, great purity. This incense is the eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you. It cleanses you. It adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. Unuchidu, we give to you this eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, O Unuchidu. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. The gardens prosper, and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Unuchidu. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. Pure, pure is Ra Horeketi within his house. Pure, pure is Bastet, mistress of Ankhtawi, within her house. Pure, pure Sekhmet the Great within her house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods, with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance thousands of offerings, all things good and pure, for Ra Horeketi, for Bastet, for Sekhmet, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horeketi. Come to your body, O Bastet, O Sekhmet. Come to your bodies, O Unuchidu, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people. Raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Bastet, before Sekhmet. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. O Ra Horeketi, and your son, the Osir Nisu Nebkepru Ra, your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. Yes, and in case anyone is tuning in and can't really see what's going on, and at the last part when we do the reversion of offerings, when I ring the sistrum, I sort of pass it over the the plate of offerings a little bit, instead of a Sakhmet scepter, which or some other. There are certain ceremonies where they would use a wand or something to consecrate the offerings, and so I kind of echoed that by using the sistrum. And so now, from the table of the gods to the table of the blessed dead. We light this candle, that it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way in Duat. And we pour for them these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. Porekaru ta henket kakao abdu senachurmahat kutnabet nofret wabet alket nachurim and kawan akupunibu ma kiranibu hiranachura. A voice offering of bread and beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a god lives, for the cause of all of these Aku, all true of voice before the great God. And we come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your ka shall live. The Aeneid says unto you, your word is law, eternally. The Svet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. Among her sisters, the daughters of Ra, Bastet and Sekhmet. May we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Okay, just gonna check and make sure I don't miss any fun comments here. Huh. That would be kind of neat, because Daniel's saying if I had satellite internet, I could stream a service of the Assyrian mysteries from our family cemetery. That would be pretty neat, but yeah. I think we were looking into at one point, but we, that's kind of...
It lacks security, so we don't do it.
Oh, really? So the idea of having internet from the outside, like that you could, broadcast.
No, if you have a secure connection, that's one thing.
Yeah. So that's another technical issue you'd want.
But satellite internet is not nearly as secure as landline.
Yeah. But get some clip. Yes, and happy Samhain to those who celebrate. Happy Discount Chocolate Day starting November 1st to the rest. So y'all got some rain up in the Pacific Northwest. Okay, and so all right, so Kai Sobek has a request for a divination, and that one person says, "It'd be okay. Could I get some prayers for my physical health? I've been suffering from chronic pain. We think it's a degenerative disc disease, and I really hope the treatment goes smoothly." Absolutely, yes. Okay, and Daniel's saying he has that too. Okay, and Dragon's Library, I may have requested last time I visited, but I requested new for prayers for my cat Kiki, who's struggling with an injury and some anxiety. Absolutely. Well, that's just the lady to talk to. Yes, and Blackwell, thank you, Ra, for keeping the big sneaky monster in the skyway. Yes. Finn says, I pray the gods help me tonight to pack up all my stuff and that my move will go smoothly. And do the Netrader like cheap college beer? I'm sure they do. I think,
I didn't know that they made a cheap college beer.
Well, I don't know. I guess if it tastes good to you and it's in good fellowship, they will appreciate it coming from you.
Don't ever offer anything to them that you won't eat yourself.
Yeah. Oh, I know, Mary Grace, I just got a great idea. We should do 5 minutes of silent prayer time during service. So if the God we want to pray to isn't addressed, we have time to address them ourselves.
Make it 3 minutes.
Yeah, because it would be kind of a long time. But you know what? Tell you what. Let's do this, guys. I'm going to read our hymns to the goddesses in question, but I might grab my darbuka drum and do that for a minute. So there's at least something going on.
Right, and this is also a great time for you to, pray silently for, request yourself too.
Yeah. So we'll start off. We have lots of requests for healing and for protection for our feline friends. And these are the ladies to talk to for that. So we'll start with Bast. Hail and praise unto you, Bastet, Lady of Love, Lady of Life, daughter of Atum, firstborn of the Lord of all, greatest goddess, mistress of heaven, mistress of all the gods. You open the movements of Shu, for he is your messenger. You slaughter with your arrows. You slay the evil one and seize the hearts of the wicked foes. Lady of the shrine, foremost of the sacred fields, mistress of perfume, mistress of joy, O Eye of Horus, O Eye of Ra, Uraeus, whom Ra loves, protect us until the dawn. And since we mentioned the arrows, this is the litany to Sekhmet and the 7 arrows, which actually that gets involved a lot in the feast of coronation of the sacred falcon and the Hubsed, which we'll be doing in a couple of weeks. So. Hail Sekhmet, who presides over the land, Lady of flourishing, generous one, Sekhmet, who protects the 2 lands. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the first arrow, famine. Hail Sekhmet, O Kuril, O hidden lady, Wajit the great. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the second arrow of drought. Hail Sekhmet, who moves in light, who terrifies the gods with her massacre. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the third arrow of war. Hail Sekhmet, who guides mankind, Lady of the dual shores, mistress of humanity. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the fourth arrow, terror. Hail Sekhmet, great shining one, foremost in the mansion of flame, who terrorizes the two lands with fear. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the fifth arrow of storms. Hail Sekhmet, who loves Ma'at and hates Zizfet, Lady of the people. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the sixth arrow of oppression. Hail Sekhmet, Uraeus, who opens the acacia, great and sovereign one. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the seventh arrow of disease. Okay. Well, by request, we'll just do this for a minute or two. If anyone had any other deities they wanted to address, you can go ahead and mention them in the comments. And let's see if I can remember a particular rhythm. Yeah. Takes a lot of practice to do that, right?
That's what you have playing for Kemetic bites, isn't it?
Yes, this is the Darbuka drum that I have and that I use. It's a small one. I'd love to get a bigger one, but
it's a small drum after all.
It's also good for rim shots. Yeah, the whole idea was we wanted a little bit of silent time, or at least kind of meditative time. But this is something we'll have to practice on. But I think Upwot, the opener of the ways, would also be another deity to ask for someone who's expecting to be moving soon. May they be able to have a smooth transition from one place to another, and not have anything get lost or broken. So. Okay. Oh, okay. Sarcastic is has a prayer to Bastet. I'll be able to adopt. I guess cheese as a kitty for an emotional support animal. Okay, and in reference to the thing about what Darren said about don't offer if you wouldn't eat what you wouldn't eat, would you adapt to 1,000 of beef and poultry if the practitioner was vegetarian? Well, I guess you could leave that part out if you wanted to, but the thing is with the voice offering, you're offering for other people. That's the offering for the dead, and it was a traditional offering to have the beef and fowl because you're offering them sustenance. Now, if you're doing a voice offering for somebody who was a vegetarian, then you could just leave it. The kakao apadu is 1,000 beef and fowl. So it would just be porakaru tahenket. Let's see, Senech and Merhat Kutnabet Nafrat. So you go to incense and oils, all good and pure things. So you be giving them, bread and beer, incense, oils.
And let's keep something in mind. And while I've always been a fan of those who practice vegetarianism, because even though I don't and probably couldn't, it's a great way to make sure you have a balanced diet. So if you're offering for somebody that was a vegetarian, yes, absolutely be kind. If not, offering them a balance of everything is also perfectly fair.
Well, I kind of imagine it that the folks that are your blessed dead, you're offering for all of them, and it's
Yeah,
that it's a picnic. They can the
exactly.
It's a buffet. They can pick and choose.
besides
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like a potluck or any
Well,
great big banquet. You're gonna have
Yeah.
a huge variety of things,
It's
but not
a feast.
everybody's gonna want a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Well, Darren keeps getting this because your dad loved to barbecue in life.
Loved
For every big holiday, 4th of July, Easter, stuff. He was out there barbecuing in his grill pit. And so
Right.
we the sense that we get is that in the fields of peace, he's got a barbecue going all the time.
Mhm.
So let's see. What was that? Okay. Oh, and I was saying, takes me back to belly dancing class. Yeah. I tried learning that for a little while, and it was kind of where I was trying to learn. It was a little difficult because I was a beginner in class with a whole bunch of intermediate people, and it was kind of hard for me to hear. So, it was hard for me to keep up. But I learned a couple of basic things about it. But okay, Salary says prayer to Hathor for my health, not doing so well. Okay, and Black Wolf wanted to tell you, Darren, had a very angry, really bad ghost try to attach himself to me and ask to help him get out of the darkness, or his hell. And I said, nope, you put yourself there. I'm not helping you.
Good job.
Yeah. And Anubis growled very loudly. Yeah. Oh. 1,000 veggie burgers. Okay. Yes, and thank you for all the food for thought. Lucan says so. Awesome. Okay. Well, we got a request for a cookie already way back. What I'm going to do is start with one for everyone, and this will be like for everyone who's catching us, after the live part, catching us in syndication, if you will, and then the next one will be for Kai Sobek. So. Okay. So this is for everyone. Our message for the week. At a time of the year when the veils are said to be thinnest. And the message is, suppose you can get what you want. That's what it says. Suppose you can get what you want. And now, it makes me think of something that occurred to me. I want to say it was earlier in the week when I was working on something. Because when, we all tend to do some form of meditation, or we have a lot of reflective time when we think about things. But how often is it about positive things? How often is it about envisioning your dreams becoming a reality?
That is a great point. To put it another way, what you think about, you bring about.
Yeah. And reflecting on yourself and, betterment of self and all that, that's a good thing. But sometimes you have to think about, and not there's a difference between fantasizing and thinking, what do I really want? What is that going to look like for me? Because that's a part of knowing yourself, is knowing what your goals and your aspirations are.
Right.
And if you don't give it any space in your head, you don't give it any you don't open yourself up to possibility of making those goals happen. And even believing in yourself enough to go for it. That's another aspect of it. So that's this sort of sounds like that other little sense that I got earlier in the week. But that's for everyone. Suppose you can get what you want. Next is for Kai Sobek. Kai Sobek. No one is standing in your way anymore. Time to move forward.
Aha.
Kai Sobek, there you go. No one is standing in your way anymore. Time to move forward. Which is very interesting. Put that with, suppose you can get what you want. You have to know what it is that you want, but go for it. Nothing's, whatever was in your way before, it's not going to stop you now. Unless you let it.
Right.
Okay. Sarcastic is saying, I might go vegetarian at some point. I might stick with eggs if I have my pet chickens. Yeah, well, duck eggs are awesome.
Yes, they are.
And you know what? I can't remember if Jennifer was like trying to be vegan or just vegetarian at the time, but she ate duck eggs because I said, they're cruelty free. They come from these babies here, and we spoil them, so she ate some. But okay, sarcastic and Blue Conlon. This is I expect many offerings of mango smoothies when I'm dead.
Don't rush it.
Yeah, and I just hope that when that time comes, they're still making peanut M&Ms because that is Sharon bait. But sarcastic and Blue Conlon. We'll start with you guys. No way. Sarcastic.
It's empty.
No. I don't think it's empty. Nope. Oh, that's interesting. Sarcastic. There are two ways to shine. You can be the candle or the mirror that reflects it. Now I get the sense that it's saying don't be jealous of somebody else. If you're the mirror that reflects their positivity, it still counts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the moon does not have natural light of its own. It's only reflecting the sunlight, but when it's full in the sky, it's the most brilliant thing there. So there are two ways to shine. You can either be the candle or the mirror that reflects it. Okay, and so all right, Blue Conlon, then Daniel. Blue Conlon, a secret is no longer a secret by the time it gets to you. So don't assume something is secret. It may, by the time it's gotten to you, it probably isn't.
Which means be cautious.
Yeah, because
this is, all in all, the message here is positive tonight.
Yeah.
But Blue Conlon, there's something attached to this thing.
It's like something about if something was told to you and it's supposed to be in confidence, don't assume that it is. That might be a way, giving you a way to protect yourself from something.
A, don't assume that it is, but B, keep it under your hat so you figure out who's talking.
Yeah. I get the sense they're giving you a tip off about something.
Yeah.
Okay, so then Daniel. Daniel, music is the soul of language. I guess some of us just speak it with a bad accent. But Daniel, yes, music is the soul of language. Married Raw, you may have to give us both some pointers or something. But okay, and this celery and serrana. Kind of going two at a time here. The celery. Oh, and another thing with the music, I have to offer thanks, and kind of share with the gods a little bit of anticipation, because my kid brother called me about an hour before service. He found a Casio synthesizer in his attic, and he wants to bring it to me this weekend. And
very nice.
Yeah. So that would be really fun if I could put that in some videos. But anyway, so celery.
It's kind of funny. On one hand, Raw is not liking the music particularly, but obviously they're supporting your efforts.
Yeah. The unverified personal gnosis that I have is that Ra is not very keen on synthesized music. He prefers real instruments. But get the sense that, remember, Jehuti is all about technology and numbers and science, and so synthesizers, it's FM modulation, is still his bag. So that is my unverified personal gnosis about the gods in modern music. But celery. There's no greater pleasure than seeing your loved ones prosper. Maybe it says it might be, there might be something going on with family, or there might be somebody who needs you, but there's no greater pleasure than seeing your loved ones prosper. Okay, so serrana. That's funny. I think serrana got that one last week, interestingly enough. But, And now for this week. Serrana, follow that restless urge to find yourself. That's quite straightforward. Follow that restless urge to find yourself. Okay, Lawrence. Is it Trudel or Trudell? But Lawrence and then Finn. Wow. That was rather unusual. We had 3 of them come out this time. Lawrence, I guess somebody has a lot to say to you. So let's get started. And the first one. Failure is opportunity in disguise. That's the first one. Second one, speak softly and sweetly. And the third, excuse me. Crunch these down in here so we have room. Success won't taste so good without failure as appetizers. Wow. Wow. Lawrence, I think they were waiting to tell you some things. Failure is opportunity in disguise. Speak softly and sweetly. Success won't taste so good without failure as appetizers.
In other words, you're going to fail before you succeed.
Don't
It's
give
natural. A, don't give up, but B, don't sacrifice your character for a feeling in the moment.
Yeah.
And then there's the other one. You know, when you fail, most people go, why did I fail? Instead of going, I failed, but what did I really learn?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's not that I shouldn't do X, Y, or Z. Maybe it's next time I should try A, B, or C. Or, I noticed that I screwed up this, but there seems to be a need for this over here.
Mm-hmm.
It may not be what you were doing, but look.
Yeah, it might lead to something else.
Opportunity is what happens when somebody else didn't see the seed
that you
lying
do.
on the ground that you do.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah. But I think they're telling you, don't let yourself be destroyed by, feelings of, oh, I failed, I didn't attain, whatever. That can be an opportunity in disguise. It may be that you are meant to do something else.
Failure is seldom fatal. And if it is fatal, you won't know about it, so don't worry about
it. Well, as long as you can see Ra come up the next morning, you've got, whether it be literal or metaphorically, you have an opportunity to do something else. So failure is temporary.
And if you do see him come up literally in the morning, wear sunglasses.
Right. Okay, so Lawrence, they had something to say for you. Okay, and Finn. Okay. Pop that one up. There we go. Finn, you got the same one here. There are two ways to shine. You can be the candle or the mirror that reflects it. And I got the sense that this might be referring to somebody very close to you. But there are days I can say this. Darren and I take turns being each other's mirror.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. There are two ways to shine. You can be the candle or the mirror that reflects it. Okay. Dragon's Library. And let's see. Oh, and Sarcastic was asking, duck eggs are awesome, but I don't think they lay as regularly as chickens do. Actually, it depends on the breed you get, because Indiana is a khaki Campbell, and when they are in the prime of their life, they will lay more regularly than a chicken does. They will lay one a day.
Yeah.
And they take a break, a month off to molt, and then, they'll lay, pretty much an egg a day until they get to be about probably 5 years old or so.
Yeah, between 5 and 6, they start to slow down.
Yeah, and it gets to where, that they take longer breaks off. And actually, amazingly, Indiana, 10 years old this year, and she laid a few eggs this spring.
Yeah, just a couple.
Well, a handful. I mean, I think it might have been as many as a dozen this year, but like over the course of a couple of months.
Right.
But still, that, amazing. I figured she'd be in ducky menopause, but but amazingly, yeah. and she has little white feathers on the back of her head.
Yeah.
I would bring her in for here for everybody to see, but she wouldn't really care for the the proceedings.
She's shy.
Yeah, she's shy. But I love Deluxe. Hey everyone, stopping by for a bit. Okay. Okay, that one person said, I gotta go, guys, but I really appreciate your prayers and kind words. Blessed be. Absolutely. Oh, wow. And Lawrence was saying I had a big, hard week and felt like a failure. This speaks so much to my situation. Awesome. Yeah, I really felt like they wanted to talk to you. But, that's awesome. I'm just looking to make sure that, where's my last person? Okay, Dragon's Library. And yes, and if anybody decides that they want to try raising ducks, talk to me. I can tell you about all the things. They're very high maintenance animals, but they're very lovable. If you're willing to put in the work, they will love you back. So, okay, so Dragon's Library. One of these is for you. Okay. Yes, and if anybody else has a request, just go ahead and put that up there. Dragon's Library. When both feet are planted firmly, nothing can shake you. So plant your feet and stand your ground. When both feet are planted firmly, nothing can shake you. Okay. Okay. Alrighty, guys. Aw, so Daniel's saying he's a duck named Daisy. Is she a Peking? Because if the white ducks like the Aflac duck, or they're called Peking, and actually Yotsuba, our other duck, came from the same hatchery in Southern California that the original Aflac ducks came from. They ship hatchlings all over the place. Yeah. And Yotsuba is quite the interesting duck. She thinks she is queen of the universe.
I love my little baby girl.
Yes, she's so funny. And she will sit there and bow her head and open her mouth and be all defensive at me. And it's like, yeah, duck.
She doesn't do that to Daddy.
No. So.
Aflac has never been the same without Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah. Well, commercials, they evolve and they change over time. I kind of like the original ones, but but now I don't think they even use real ducks now. I think they've got like CG ducks or something.
I don't know, but God bless Gilbert Gottfried.
Well, I know he said something that the Japanese market was rather offended by. I don't even remember what it was, which is probably just as well.
Everybody gets offended at something, so wait your
Yeah,
time.
and it's like 20 years ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I look at it this way. I wish everyone would try to forgive as quickly as they get offended. Because it's not being offended that's the art form. It's forgiveness.
Yeah. And if you have an abrasive thought, keep it to yourself. But I'll tell you what, that actually makes me think of our prayer where we ask the gods. Hang on, it's back here. Yes. Ask the gods, may you grant life, prosperity, and health, alertness, favors, and affection. May our eyes see you every day as ones righteous who set you in their heart. Supply our needs of bread and drink, and guard our mouths in speaking. Come to us and give us counsel. Make us heedful of your wisdom. When one appeals to you, you come from afar. Lend your ear to the lonely and the poor. May you give breath to those who are wretched, and bread to those who have none. Guardians of the weak, may you set the oppressed free, and let your blessings surpass all wealth. So that's what I have to say about that. So. And if anyone has any other requests, just go ahead and put those up. I'm just trying to gather up all our cookie crumbs. So, yeah. Oh, okay. And Dragon Celebrity says, that's the idea I got from that. I'm kind of in the middle of a spiritual transition, newly practicing which, fresh pagan, leaning Kemetic pretty hard at the moment, and ex-Christian with some trauma. Yeah, and what I've noticed now is you have especially some younger folks who may not have had some of the same issues that others of us have had. Especially those of us that were alive during like the Satanic Panic and things like that. And there, some folks are able to kind of blend and, be Christy Weeks, or, more eclectic. And then there are others of us that really aren't comfortable with that. But we also have someone who is Christian and who's cool,
right?
And doesn't mind being here. And you were about to say,
I was going to offer at some point, and I would be willing to schedule this as a Zoom meeting or something. If there are those of you out there who are practicing whatever brand of paganism it is, and you're kind enough to tune in here, sometimes we need to talk about some of those traumas of being raised in a Christian household. I'm willing to do that, and believe me, I will not be here to make excuses for people.
That would be an awesome thing to do on the Discord.
I am about as open and honest as people get.
So keep talking.
And if I can help any of us, myself included, get to a point of peace, not where it rights everything that was wrong, but where we can live with ourselves a little easier every day. That's what we're after.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you're kidding me. Okay. All right. I'm pulling up Discord so I can provide the link for the server for Kemetic Reform. And that way, if you want to join, then no, I do not want an intro right now. Maybe later. Okay. All right. It's Kemetic Reform chat. All right. Copy. And there we go. All right, and that is the link. Yeah, yes, lots of love to Wheelchair Jesus. Yeah, yes. Ran of the North got us started on that one, but she went to college with us, so that's
is Ren of the North present?
No, she hasn't been for. She's been very, very busy with her with the Norse, stuff with her heathen.
And as far as that soul who was kind enough to respond to Wheelchair Jesus, thank you, my child.
Okay, cannot recommend Ocean Keltoy's video on latent Christianity. I'll have to find a link for that because or you guys share it in the Discord and that's a great way to for us to kind of keep the conversation going, and that'll give me a chance to go and check it out. But you've got the link for it there, and we'll see about doing some things maybe next weekend as far as for the Osiris Mysteries, because we're going to be doing business travel.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, we're going to be really busy middle of this week coming up.
Yes.
Halloween's going to be our holiday, and then after that, it's off to the
1,000
races.
miles an hour.
Yes, off to the races. So. All right, well, let's go ahead and we'll wrap this up, and I'll try to get to where I can keep the right rhythm with that drum and not flub midway through it for next time. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Unu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Enid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the Shrine of Shenit in Unu, endures. As the name of Osir Kentiamentiu endures. As the name of Aset in Necheru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pe endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Kamenu endures. As the name of Ra and the Akhet endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Bastet, O Sekhmet. You have come in peace, O Yunachiru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra. Sakhmet, Bastet. May you go forth in peace, O Yunachiru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Okay, so if anyone had any other requests, check that.
Can I request Whataburger?
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. And Seller says, I'm a mod over at Ocean Server. I'll share the videos. It'll be awesome. Praise to God's Oh, well, you know what? It's funny. Something that I found in I adapted from research not too long ago. All right, here we go. One last prayer. Hail to you, O Ra, in your life and your beauty, on your thrones and your daises. Bring to us life and prosperity, health and happiness, clothing and food, that I might partake of them. Like Jehuti, may we see you when you go forth in the sunbark and shine upon the twin horizons. Heaven is pure for Ra. Earth is pure for Horus. Every god and goddess between them is pure, and we worship them. And in Ma. Well, thank you, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and a fantastic Halloween / Samhain, a blessed Samhain for those who observe it. And look forward to seeing you all again in another week. Be safe and well in the meantime. And thanks, as always, for joining us. We love you. So. Okay. There goes everybody.